What's going on, YouTube? Nate the Great here, back at it again in the gym with a deadlift session. And I have to tell you, I've been looking forward to this session all week because for the first time ever, I get to use an actual deadlift platform. 100% legit. And I was so excited to get to use it for actual deadlifting. If you remember from my back session, I did use it for T-bar rowing, but I wanted to use the deadlift platform to actually deadlift, especially given the fact that I have bumper plates to work with this time. And my goal for this workout was to pause reps for pretty much the entire workout, aside from my first warm-up set with just the bar for 20 reps. As you see here, I'm doing pause reps with 135. I did it for a set of 10. And while this weight in particular looks impressive, that's just a 5 and a 10 on the end. So it's only 165. And I did pause reps with this weight for a quick set of 8 reps. And before moving into my actual working sets with 185 for 4 sets of 6 pause reps. The purpose of doing these pause reps is to force your body to completely lift the weight every time. But what I mean by that is that every time when you're doing tap and go type of set where you hit the ground and you come back up and you hit the ground and you come back up, that sort of shock off the ground is it kind of cheats out your body to fully lifting the weight that many times. And so I wanted to see just how many times I could actually lift 185, like 100% lift it every rep. No tapping it off the ground and picking it back up. And I was actually rather surprised with the results. I wasn't expecting it to be quite so, not easy, but I expected it to be harder than it ended up being. And another thing this forces you to do is it forces you to keep your form, keep your core nice and tight, because you're having to exert yourself more on every rep. And all in all, I was very pleased with how this moved today. But after these sets with 185, I moved on to some bent over rows. And I know what you're thinking. I always do that kind of a pull on my regularly scheduled back day. But recently I read an article about the importance of your lats when you are pulling a deadlift. And I felt that it was important for me, because I didn't do any barbell rowing on my actual back day, a few days back, that I figured I would throw it in after my deadlifts. And I did 3 sets of 15 with 95 pounds on the deadlift platform. And another thing I'm going to have to get used to is this leg press machine. In terms of getting used to the weight and how it's used. I haven't used one of these where you move the seat rather than the plate in a while, so it feels kind of strange and foreign. But here I did 3 sets of 10 with 100 pounds on each leg. And I think from now on I'm pretty much going to stick to a set weight every week, since this leg press is not plate loaded and I can't load on the same plates that I was using for deadlifting. But after that, I followed up with hamstring curls with 100 pounds for 3 sets of 12. Nothing terribly spectacular, kind of run-of-the-mill type of a thing. That did it for my deadlift portion of the session. Afterwards, I did my my calves, abs, and bicep routine. As you can see here, I'm doing, cheat form with the 40-pound dumbbells for a set of 8 on each arm. And I followed that up, as I have been, with 3 sets of 20 on the Smith machine with approximately 165 on the bar for 3 sets of 20. And you'll notice here that I'm doing things out of order, because usually I do my decline crunches and Russian twists before I do my hanging knee raises. But today there were a pair of people who literally used both that back extension and the decline bench for, no joke, 30 minutes. And after that, I was too impatient to continue waiting, so I left. But that does it for this video, guys. You can check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Nate the Great Harmon, and I will see you all in the next video.